Howdy, I'm Mark Hall-Patton. I want to welcome you to the Clark County Museum. This month we are opening 50 years of preserving history, a celebration of our golden anniversary. Yes, the Clark County Museum was the first museum in the Vegas Valley. It's the oldest and largest museum. And so we're taking a look back, a look at our own history. So we hope that you're going to come out and see us. But to take a look at this exhibit, I'm going to turn this over to Malcolm Vuksich. Malcolm is the curator of exhibits here at the museum, and he has created this exhibit, and we'll walk you through part of it.
At the beginning of our exhibit, we have this mosaic sign created by Roy Purcell and the students at Basic High School. This was created in 1971 to draw attention to the front of the museum. The museum opened in April of 1968 as a very hands-on exhibit. People were invited to touch objects, to handle them, to get a sense of the tactile experience. The first remodel occurred in 1970 when the Museum Board of Trustees decided that they needed a more professional look of the museum. And that included a creation of a timeline and a selection of objects that fit those specific themes within the timeline. One of the major aspects was geology, and we've drawn a number of our geology specimens out here to show some of the types of things that would have been shown in the first remodel. The second remodel involved the hiring of our first museum director, Roy Purcell, and he created a more artistic vision of the museum and moved to a timeline that included a artistic vision of life in the valley. Our natural history specimens like the horned owl and the badger would have gone back into museum storage at that time because it didn't fit his vision of the museum at that time. Our next director was the first female director of the Clark County Museum. Her name was Marjorie Ivory, and she was one of the unsung heroes of the museum because she often kept the museum open at a time when there weren't any funds available for either maintenance or salaries. She might work 6 months without pay, but her objective was to keep the museum open and operating so that it would have a constant presence in the valley. Once you close, you'll never open again. In 1978, the museum was able to open a second facility here at on Boulder Highway. Buzz Nolan was our administrator who handled that move, and at some time the exhibits were housed in the luggage room of the depot, and the administrative offices for the museum were in what is now the railroad office in the Boulder City Depot building. In 1979, the county assumed responsibility for the museum. Bernard Nolan was administrator through '84. After that, Mark Rosinski became our director, and one of his major focuses was to open a new exhibit hall, this building that we're in right now. When this building was opened, the museum was able to offer to the public the opportunity to use some of the resources we have available. We have an extensive audio-video collection which is available for the public. We have a research library that includes historical text, popular materials, and paperbacks and other books on a wide range of subjects, and a newspaper collection. To show the development of the museum, we've created a timeline here which explains when some of the houses at the museum came to the site and when they were open to the public. One house of note is the Heritage or the Gaumont House, which arrived in '83 but wasn't open until 1999. In choosing the items that we've displayed, we wanted to show the depth of our collections. Many objects have been shown several times, but many of the objects in this exhibit have never been seen before. We have bicycles and tricycles and skateboards, and we are continuing to develop the collections, continuing to develop themes and concepts by using our exhibits to help the people of Southern Nevada explore and understand how the county and how the area has changed over time. So thank you for coming.
So we hope that you'll come out and join us. Remember, we are only open 7 days a week. We are $2 a head, but you know, if you come out and you're like me and over 55, it's only $1, or if you're under 18, it's only $1. So it's not going to strain your purse too much. Come on out and join us and help us take a look back at our history.